Back out at the ZRX1100. It's Tuesday. What is today? The 8th of April, 2025. And look at this. I have the rack of carbs ready to go back on. And while you guys weren't looking, I took the liberty of checking for spark on this thing, and that was a job. This thing's always been really fussy as far as voltage goes, and it just wasn't getting enough voltage to fire off the coils. And I ended up hooking up 2 different batteries to it. I'm sure that'll remediate itself once it's up and running, but for right now, I'm going to be using the battery that I just bought down at Walmart, and the old truck battery in parallel, and see if we can get this thing to turn over. It does turn over. It turns over pretty nicely, actually. So she turns over. It sounds healthy. Let's get to work on this thing. Okay, I got the cables connected. I'm leaving the enricher or choke cable unhooked at the moment, just because I don't need to hook it up yet. And it'll be a simple job to hook that up. So let's get the rest of this rack in here. And this is a task here, trying to get these. I know you guys probably can't see what I'm doing up above here, but the throttle, the return and accelerator cables are definitely in the way. Not a lot of room in here to work, and that's without the air box. And yes, I did put a little bit of lube around the carb boots on here too, because these are going to go on tight. It's going to fight me. All right, there we go. She's going in. Thing you want to make sure is that you get it tightly inside those boots. Make sure that you're catching that O-ring. There's an internal O-ring in there. I'm just kind of muscling it in there. She's going to fight me a little bit, but I think we got her. I'll just get everything tightened up and connectified, get all the wires hooked up and everything, and then all right. You guys see okay? I hope so. There's my hand, and there's the engine. There's the carb rack installed. I don't have those tight. Don't let me forget to tighten those before we try doing anything here. But first, I want to get this apparatus hooked up for the enrichment valve, better known as the choke to some people. But it's got to go down, around, and then come back up and over. Kind of complicated to describe it, but it's actually really simple. I don't know if you guys can actually see what I'm doing in there with my big fingers in the way, but that just drops in there, and there's a little notch that the cable drops through like that. That's got to go underneath, something like that. My fingers are so big, I need these to not because it's difficult to move it, it's just because my fingers are too big to be moving around in there. And I just popped that out of the little notch there, didn't I? There we go. Sounds like somebody else got their motorcycle up and running. There we go. Now the fun part. Getting this through that little apparatus. And I think my best bet is going to be I'm not going to get between those coils there, so I'm going to have to come at it from this angle here. My fingers are proving to be nothing but in the way here. Sorry guys, you can't see much. There we go. All right. Start valve is connected. Does it operate? It does. Full operation on that. All right. Now, these are the lines that run up to the throttle lever. Yeah, I had to put a vice grip on that one because the one kept popping out, so I wanted to make sure it didn't pop out on me when I got it in there. So these need to be routed up to the controller. There we go. See if I can give you guys a little bit better angle on it. The angulation. Should pull this plug wire off here. And there went the vice grips. That's okay. Don't really need those on there now. I think I'm going to have to pull that number 3 spark plug, sparkulator wire out too. Just to give me a little bit of extra space in there. And these are, well, I won't use the word on the air, but they're not fun. All right, one cable at a time. Let's go with the acceleration cable first. Route that up through there in somewhat of a manner of such. There we go. If I can thread this up through here. All right. You guys probably aren't getting a really good look at what I'm doing in here, but there we go. Come on through. Coming through. There we go. Times like this, it would be really nice to have a camera person to work these cameras for me. But yeah, I'm a one-person show here, and that's just the way it is. It's kind of important to have the deceleration one hooked up too, because you never know if that throttle sticks on you. 140 some horsepower stuck in this thing, and you really don't want that to run away on you. So I think I'm going to need to use my little needle nose. Look, you can tell. And I know you guys you can't see what I'm doing in there. Heck, I can barely see what I'm doing myself. All right, now we get the fun of threading this up through here, same as we did with the other one, and hope that it doesn't pop out down there. So far, so good. Up through the frame we go. You know, for a big bike, this thing sure doesn't have much room to work on it in there. There really isn't much room in there. There we go. All right. Well, let's get these hooked up in here. I'll let you guys watch me there. And again, guys, don't let me forget to tighten those Carb boots up and hook those two sparkulators back up too. Those are going to need to be hooked. All right, that is a very long screw apparently. All right, well, since that moves so freely, and I do have the bar ends off of this, still deciding what I want to do with them. If I want to leave them, well, actually, I have two choices. I can either get them cleaned up, wire brush them down, take them in and powder coat them at work, or I can just order new ones. I like these here because they're really heavy. I like heavy bar ends. Tends to, I don't know, it just makes the ride a little bit more enjoyable for me. That's just me and my silly autistic thinking, and that's how that kind of goes. But there we go. All right, we're in. Or are we? Not yet. There we go. Now we're in. And I don't know how much of this you guys are going to actually be able to see, but I'm going to try to let you guys see what I'm doing here and get this out of the way. I guess my pocket's the best place for that. All right, so I'm going to set it up so that going this way is to accelerate, this way is to decelerate. So this is going to go in here. This is the acceleration one. Make sure everything is still working freely. You don't want to put this thing together and then find out that something is bound up in there. Just not going to be a good ending if that happens. I think probably be a better idea to hook the other one up first. See where the other one went? There it is. Yeah, that's what it wants. It wants me to hook the other one up first. Drop that one in there. That one's got to go around the back side of the thing. You see what I'm doing there? Probably not. All right. You know what? I'm going to stop the camera a minute because the struggle is real on this, and when I make some progress on it, I'll turn it back on and I'll let you guys know how it went. Well, guys, it's been a while since I had the camera rolling on here. I set you guys down because this was a really annoying thing to try to put together, and I said some words that probably shouldn't have been said on YouTube. So anyway, it's kind of working. It's not returning on its own. I'm going to have to look into that. But as you can see in the camera, I'm running out of daylight here. Yeah, I had to take the brake lever and everything off of there so I could get in there and work on this. The cabling in this thing is not fun. They did not design this to be user-friendly at all. I'm going to have to find a way to anchor that to the handlebar because it moves and you can't ride a bike with that moving around. So I got a lot of work to do on this. I was hoping to maybe get a little spark out of it today, but I don't think we're going to do that. It's getting late and I got to get up for work in the morning and running out of daylight, so you guys aren't going to be able to see what I'm doing. So shut her down for the night and come back tomorrow and do it all over again.